Said
Hmm.
Miss Ritter.
She's in a breakout room.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask for breakout with you and Miss Ritter regarding the Davenport case. Well, yes, that's what I was going to ask for.
Well, when she finishes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Did the court see my note from Miss Angel Perez for a Spanish interpreter?
I did.
Okay, thank you.
Miss Stevenson wanted a breakout room.
Okay.
Trying to figure something. We can go to 15.
Okay.
Oh, did you send that to Miss Stevenson, Mr. Flanagan?
No, she's in a breakout room. Okay, I'll let her know when she comes out.
Yeah, or can you, well, yeah, just let her know.
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't even check to see if she was on the docket before I sent her in that room. All right. Oh, as soon as I came, Miss Stevenson left. Let me see if she's ready. Isn't Thomas here? They should get Thomas ready. Let me see. Mr. Flanagan, you may need to call Miss Stevenson about Miss Payton because she's in the breakout room with Miss Payton right now. Did you already tell her?
Yes, I sent her a chat right before she went in.
Oh, okay. Well, let me let her know I'm ready on, I'm ready on.
How are you? Oh, right, okay.
Mr. Flanagan, I thought I gave the dates for that too, last week and said, because don't we have a date in for Miss Khadijah Terry? We didn't put a date
Yeah.
in for Khadijah Terry?
You know what, Your Honor, you're right. You did give me the dates.
I have them here. I'll have to put them in. I haven't put these in yet. I'll put them in right now.
Okay, thank you. Y'all didn't get ready on Brown? Brown is easy. All right, I'm ready on Bracy. And are you ready on Jones, Ms. Stevenson?
Ready on Jones, Your Honor.
All right, I'm ready on Bracy. This is case number 234475602, the people of the state of Michigan versus Shondell Bracy. The defendant is charged. Whoops. With one count of assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set for pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Christina Ritter on behalf of the people, P number 83505.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning. Brandon Bird on behalf of Shondell Bracy, PA 3734. Please state your full name for the record, Mr. Bracy.
Hold on, Mr. Bracy. Unmute. Hold on. All right, unmute and state your name, please.
Shondell Bracy.
Today is the date set for pretrial conference. How are we proceeding?
Yes, Your Honor. If the complainant witness isn't here, we would like to respectfully ask this court for dismissal.
Ms. Ritter.
Judge, I have not seen the complainant witness, Mr. Rafael Morales, present this morning in court. However, it is the first scheduling of the pretrial conference. I respectfully request the court to adjourn the pretrial conference to give the complainant witness one more opportunity to appear.
Today is the date set for pretrial conference. The court is going to deny defense counsel's motion for a dismissal. I will grant the people's request for an adjournment, giving an opportunity for them to notify the complaining witness of the obligation that they appear before the court. I will set a pretrial conference for Mr. Flanagan, how many cases do I have scheduled for the afternoon of September 7th? Oh, wait, but never mind, never mind. How many cases do I have scheduled for September 8th?
$29, Your Honor.
All right, this is gonna make 30,
Okay.
and this will be no more. All right, the court is gonna set the pretrial conference for Friday, September the 8th. At 8:36, the complaining witness is required to appear. Failure of the complaining witness to appear will most likely result in the matter being dismissed unless the people have a valid explanation as to why the complaining witness could not appear or should not be required to appear. Bond will continue with no contact with complaining witness. Anything further?
No, thank you, Judge.
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Bracy, you're all set until September the 8th at 8:36. Have a great day and stay safe.
Thank you. You too. Can I ask a question? Do I come back to the same Zoom site? Use the same thing? Okay, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Ms. Cox, I'm ready, please. Ms. Cox? Ms. Cox? Okay, I don't know what's going on with the interpreter. I'm ready on,
Good morning.
okay, good morning.
Good morning.
Are you able to hear me, Ms. Cox?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. Can you state your name, please?
Maria Cox, State of Michigan, qualified Spanish interpreter.
Raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm that you will translate from English into Spanish anything I say, counsel says, or the clerk says, and from Spanish into English anything Ms. Angel Perez says to the best of your ability?
I do, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, this is case number 23447-6201. The people of the state of Michigan versus Sean Baucom.
Este es el caso número 2304476201, el estado de Michigan contra Sean Baucom.
The defendant is charged with 1 count of assault aggravated and 1 count of a malicious destruction of property. Today is the date set for pretrial conference.
El acusado, los cargos en su contra son cargo número 1 de una agresión con lesiones y el cargo número 2, destrucción de propiedad. Y esta es la fecha y el día para la audiencia preliminar.
Appearances, please.
Por favor, digan los nombres para las actas.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Representando al Estado, se presentó a Cristina Ritter.
I also have the complainant witness present via Zoom this morning, Your Honor.
Y también tengo a la persona que hace la acusación aquí por medio de Zoom, su honoría.
And
Ms.
for
Angel?
the rec, oh, I'm sorry, Ms. Ritter. Sorry about that.
It's okay. Ms. Angel Perez, can you unmute yourself and state your name for the record, please?
Señora Ángel Pérez, por favor, prenda su micrófono y diga su nombre.
Sí, claro. Evangelina Ángel Pérez.
Evangelina Angel Perez, of course.
And now for the record, Your Honor, Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Sean Baucom.
Y se presentó también la abogada Stevenson representando al señor Baucom.
Mr. Baucom, sir, please tell the judge your full name.
Sí,
Sean.
Mr. Baucom, please diga su nombre completo para la jueza.
Sean Allen Baucom.
Today is the date set for pretrial conference. How are we proceeding?
Hoy es el día que estamos aquí para una audiencia preliminar. ¿Cómo vamos a continuar?
On behalf of Mr. Baucom, we continue the plea of not guilty. We'd ask that the matter be set for final pretrial conference. We would like to be heard as to bond.
Quiero continuar a favor del señor Baucom su declaración de no culpable y pedimos que nos den otra fecha para una audiencia preliminar final.
If I may, Judge.
Si puedo decir algo, Sonoría.
I guess so, yes.
Sí.
So Miss Angel Perez is the complaining witness with respect to count 2.
La señora Ángel Pérez es quien está haciendo la acusación.
The court is going to continue a not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Baucom.
La corte va a continuar con una declaración de no culpable del señor Baucom.
I will set the matter for a final pretrial conference, October the 3rd, 2023.
Y voy a poner la audiencia final preliminar el 3 de octubre del 2023.
At 9:06.
A las 9:06.
Discovery should be submitted to the defense by September the 4th.
Las investigaciones deben ser sometidas al abogado defensor antes del 4 de septiembre.
And actually the 5th, because the 4th is the holiday.
El 5 de septiembre, perdón, porque el 4 es un día de fiesta.
The complaining witness on count number 1 is required to appear at the final pretrial conference. Madam Interpreter, are you going to interpret what I just said?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Magistrate Boyer just asked me for a minute, but could you please repeat? I apologize.
The complaining witness on number 1 is required to appear at the final pretrial conference.
Y la persona acusadora, la testigo número uno, tiene obligatoriamente que estar presente en esta audiencia final.
Ms. Angel Perez, you have appeared today and therefore your appearance is not required at the October 3rd court date.
Entonces, señora Ángel Pérez, usted como se presentó hoy, no es requerido para usted que se presente en esa audiencia.
However, you may appear if you choose to.
Pero si usted lo desea, puede presentarse.
Ok, gracias.
Okay, thank you.
Bond will continue with no contact with either complaining witness.
La fianza continuará con el requerimiento de que no haya contacto con ninguna de las dos personas que van a dar testimonio.
Anything further?
¿Algo más?
Es todo.
That is all.
Not from the people, Judge.
No de parte del Estado, su señoría.
On behalf of Mr. Baucom, Your Honor, we would move that the GPS tether with house arrest ordered at arraignment on June 6th be removed. It is my understanding that there have been absolutely no violations of that tether since its installation, Your Honor.
Por parte del señor Baucom, yo pido que el grillo o tether que tiene puesto, que ordenaron el 6 de junio, se lo quiten porque yo creo que no ha habido ninguna infracción desde que se lo pusieron.
Ms. Ritter,
Señora Ritter,
Judge, if the court is inclined to remove the tether, we are asking for absolutely no contact between Ms. Perez and Mr. Baucom.
para que puedan quitarle ese grillo o tether, estamos pidiendo que no haya ni absolutamente ningún contacto entre la señora Pérez y el señor Baucom.
From the people's understanding, Your Honor, there are relatives, their in-laws. This incident happened in the home of Ms. Perez, so we're asking Mr. Baucom not return to that address as well.
Y nosotros sabemos que esto sucedió, que hay parientes, personas relacionadas, y esto fue en una de esas casas en donde sucedió, y estamos pidiendo que el señor Baucom no regrese a esa dirección, a esa casa, nadie, nunca.
We have no objection to continued no contact with the location of the alleged offense, Your Honor, on the investigator's report.
Nosotros no tenemos ningún problema que continúen prohibido que el señor Baucom se presente a esa casa, la dirección que está en el reportaje.
Or the complaining witnesses. I apologize, Ms. Ritter.
O las personas que dan testimonio que están acusando.
the motion to remove the tether is granted.
La moción de quitar el tether es concedida.
Anything further?
¿Algo más?
Nothing on behalf of Mr. Baucom. Thank you, Your Honor.
Nada más por parte del señor Baucom. Gracias, Honoría.
All right, then we're all set. Everyone have a great day and stay safe.
Thank you,
Entonces ya
Your Honor.
terminamos. Todos tengan un buen día y manténganse a sanos salvos.
Thank you.
Gracias.
All right,
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
you're welcome. You also.
Thank you.
I'm ready on Jones. You all didn't speak to Mr. Webb in the breakout room.
No, Your Honor.
Why?
I can, Judge. I mean, he probably can go from there. The court has seen his appearance already. If
Okay.
it's,
He left and came back because I guess nobody came in to talk to him.
I think that's right.
Okay, I'm ready on Jones. This is case number 234472901. The people of the state of Michigan versus Larry Jones. The defendant is charged with 1 count of malicious destruction of property, 1 count of assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set for an arraignment. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Janice Stevenson, appearing on behalf of Mr. Larry Jones. Good morning, Mr. Jones. Sir, please tell the judge your full name.
Good morning, Larry O'Neill Jones Jr.
Thank you, sir. Today is the date set for an arraignment. Mr. Flanagan,
Yes, Your Honor.
what's the year of birth in the, strike that. Mr. Jones, what's the year of your birth?
3/8/95.
Mr. Flanagan, is that the year of the birth of the person that you have on the file?
Yes, Your Honor.
And we don't have a junior on there?
My ID, excuse me, Your Honor, my ID don't say junior on there either. I'm just throwing that in there because I'm a junior. I don't know why my ID don't say it.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Flanagan, is there a junior in the file?
I don't have the physical file, but on the ROA, no, Your Honor, there's no junior listed.
All right. Has Mr. Jones's fingerprints, has he been fingerprinted?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Today is the day set for an arraignment. How are we proceeding?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Jones will stand mute, waives the reading of the information as to the plea of not guilty be entered on his behalf, that the matter be set for pretrial conference, that if bond was posted, that be continued, no objection to no contact with the complainants, otherwise ask for personal bond. Mr. Jones is here for arraignment, Your Honor. We do have good contact information for him. We believe he'll be present for all future court dates.
All right, the court is going to enter a not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Jones. I will set the matter for a pretrial conference. Monday, September the 18th. At 8:25. Bond will continue with no contact with complaining witness. Well, I'm sorry. I don't think he posted a bond. This is arraignment. Ms. Ritter asked to bond.
Judge, as to bond, the people have no objection to a personal bond in this matter. According to the investigator's report, Judge, the count 2 should actually be knowingly assault or assault and battery of a pregnant individual. But it looks like the complaining witness and the defendant do not know each other in this matter, Your Honor, and just ask that there's no contact between Mr. Jones and the complaining witness, Ms. Kristen Sanders.
I need a second on that, Judge. Sorry. Okay, the people said Ms. Kristen Sanders is the complainant.
Yes.
Okay, all right. I don't have anything else, Judge.
All right, Mr. Flanagan, just to be sure, there was no bond posted on this case, was there?
No, Your Honor, there was not.
Court is going to set bond in the amount of $2,000 personal bond, no contact with the complaining witness. Anything further?
No, thank you, Judge.
Nothing on behalf of Mr. Jones. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Jones, you're all set until September 18th at 8:25. As you can see, Mr. Jones, we're on Zoom. If you know how to Zoom in, then you are free to Zoom in on September 18th. However, if you do not, please come back in person, okay?
Okay, the only reason I didn't Zoom, cause like my iCloud, I forgot my iCloud password, so I wasn't able to download Zoom, so I called the number that they told me to call. That's the only way I can Zoom, if that'll work.
If you figure it out, then you can Zoom in. If not, then you can come back in person, okay?
Okay,
All right, you're all set. Have a great day. Stay safe.
all right, you enjoy the rest of your day too.
Thank you. Mr. Flanagan, can you please send me the register of action for Baucom?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm ready on Webb. This is case number 214566301. The people of the state of Michigan versus Marquise Darrell Webb. Defendant is charged with operating with a high BAC, operating while intoxicated, and operating while license suspended, revoked, or denied. Technically, Mr. Webb is a walk-in on an arraignment on a bench warrant. Appearances, please. Ms. Stevenson or Mr.
Okay. For the record, Annish Stevenson appearing on behalf of Mr. Marquise Webb. Mr. Webb, sir, please unmute and tell the judge your full name.
Marquise Darrell Webb.
All right. So Mr. Webb was scheduled for an arraignment on a bench warrant by the cashier, but some reason they removed the date. Nonetheless, Ms. Stevenson asked to the arraignment on the bench warrant.
Stands mute, waives a reading of the information as to the plea of not guilty. Enter on Mr. Webb's behalf and that the matter be rescheduled for interim review, Your Honor.
Court is going to set aside any KPS, recall any warrant, enter a not guilty plea, set the matter for review. August the 29th at 1:30. Anything further?
If bond is needed, we'd ask for personal bond, Your Honor.
Personal bond.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, sir, you're all set until August 29th at 1:35.
Judge, could I just confirm, Mr. Webb, is your phone number still end in 8251?
No.
Hey, could Mr. Webb go to breakout, please, Judge?
I will require Mr. Webb to break out.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
All right, I'm going to be ready on Hall. I'm sorry, on Thomas, excuse me. But I have to step away for a minute. And also, I'm confused by why y'all have a name on the screen that's not on my docket. The only name I want to see on a person is the name that's on my docket, so you all need to change her name.
Is this for Thomas?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Please stay on mute for one moment, Ms. Cook. Ms. Thomas Cook.
Okay.
All right, I'm ready.
Permission to speak, one moment, Your Honor.
Okay, you may.
Your Honor, when we had Onaya Thomas on there, actually Latrice Thomas Cook and Latrice Thomas Pearson, I made a mistake and put Cook there. It's Latrice Thomas Pearson and Onaya Thomas Cook. They were on the same camera. Ms. Stevenson asked me to appoint.
I see what you mean. Oh, because that person is on my docket.
Correct.
I see.
And they both been there, but we need to get appointed counsel for Miss Latrice Thomas. And we were going to represent Onaya Thomas Cook.
Well, they can't be on the same camera. What? They only have one device?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh no, somebody gonna have to get it. They're gonna have to come in person. One of them will have to come in person. They can't be on the same device.
I
Okay.
can get another device if that's okay.
No, we're gonna go ahead today. I need the complainants to turn on their videos. And then
She got her phone.
like I only want, let me help y'all with this. We're in court, okay? And then I gave my instructions. Okay, so I'm gonna do, so who's on the camera now? This is Miss Thomas Cook.
Yeah.
Correct, Your Honor.
All right, so I'm gonna call the cases separately and I will allow, but Miss Thomas Cook, the angle of the camera, I don't know what's going on, but I need you to kind of be sitting up like this right here. And
I am.
Can y'all stop? Just listen. Listen to my instructions, because how can you know that you are if I'm giving instructions? I haven't even finished giving the instructions. And I need you to be stationary, stabilize your device, and don't have it so close to your face. That's what I need. All right. And then I don't know what Miss Williams is doing, but I need you to stop doing it with your fingers. Whatever it is you're doing, Miss Williams, I need you to stop. Okay. So I'm gonna call Thomas Cook first then. This is case number 23447. Give me 1 second. All right, this is case number 23. (4476601), the people of the state of Michigan versus Onaya Thomas Cook. The defendant is charged with 2 counts of assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set for a pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people. I also have the complainant witnesses present via Zoom this morning. Ms. Hall, can you start by saying your name for the record, please? Unmute and state your name for the record, Ms. Hall.
Brandis Hall.
And Ms. Williams, can you unmute and state your name for the record, please?
Dina Williams.
Mr. Byrd?
Yes, Your Honor. Brandon Byrd on behalf of Onaya Thomas Cook. My client, Ms. Cook, please state your full name for the record.
Onaya Thomas Cook.
All right, today is the day set for pretrial conference. How are we proceeding with respect to Ms. Thomas Cook?
Respectfully, Your Honor, we are asked to set this matter for a final pretrial.
Give me 1 second. All right, the court is going to continue a not guilty plea on behalf of Ms. Thomas Cook. Set the matter for final pretrial conference. October 3rd. at 9:00 a.m. Discovery should be submitted to defense by September the 5th. Bond will continue with no contact with the complaining witness. Anything further with respect to Ms. Thomas Cook?
Nothing,
I'm sorry, Your Honor, not from the people judge. Thank you.
nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Thomas Cook, you're all set. You have a great day. Stay safe. Can Ms. Thomas please come to the screen? Can we rename Ms. Thomas so I don't call her the wrong name? All right, this is case number 234476602. People of the state of Michigan versus Latrice Kawante Thomas. Defendant is charged with 2 counts of assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set for pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people. I also have the complaining witness present via Zoom. Ms. Hall, can you start by saying your name for the record, please? You're
Brandis Hall.
unmuted, Ms. Hall.
Brandis Hall.
Thank you. And Ms. Williams, can you unmute and state your name for the record?
We got a video.
Dina Williams.
And yes, Your Honor, Brandon Bird on behalf of Latrice Thomas for the purpose of this pretrial.
Okay, Ms. Thomas.
Ms.
state your
Thomas.
name.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Ma'am, state your name.
My name is Latrice Thomas Pearson.
What's your middle name, ma'am?
Quantel.
Thank you. Today is the date set for a pretrial conference. How are we proceeding, Mr. Bird?
Your Honor, respectfully, we have to ask to get appointed counsel for Ms. Thomas due to a conflict.
The court is going to continue a not guilty plea on behalf of Ms. Thomas. I'm going to set the matter for final pretrial conference October the 3rd, 2023 at 9:01. Mr. Flanagan, please submit a request to Ms. Carter for the appointment of counsel for Ms. Thomas. Did you all speak to Ms. Thomas in the breakout room?
We spoke to both of them about what was going on, but we did let Ms. Thomas know that she was going to have to get another appointed counsel due to the fact that we're representing.
Thomas's contact information.
We do have Ms. Thomas's contact information, Your Honor.
All right. So please pass the contact information on to Mr. Flanagan so that he can pass that on to Ruth Carter. Ms. Thomas, what is it?
I'm still trying to figure out who do we give this. We have a video of the whole thing. So
Ma'am, I don't care about
okay.
I'm appointing you counsel. I'm appointing you an attorney. And we're not speaking in we's. I'm only talking about you. That's why I'm appointing you counsel. So what I'm saying to you is worry about yourself.
Okay, and my
counsel and Miss Thomas Cook has her counsel, and they will speak to her, and your lawyer will speak to you. Okay.
Okay, but I don't understand the charges that y'all have.
Ma'am, listen to what I'm saying. I am getting you an attorney.
Okay.
Your attorney will speak to you. And then you can ask your attorney however many questions you want to ask your attorney. But I am not your attorney, and I'm not going to explain it to you. You have been charged with assault and battery. 2 counts. That's easy. That's simple. That's it. Anything else that you need to know, I am appointing you a lawyer. The lawyer is going to call you, reach out to you, show up in court for you. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Mr. Flanagan, you're going to get her contact information from Mr. Byrd, and we're gonna pass that contact information on to the Michigan Indigent Defense Council so that they can appoint a lawyer for Ms. Thomas. Anything further with respect to this matter?
Not from the people, Judge. Thank you.
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, then we're all set until October the 3rd at 9:00 a.m. on Zoom. Ms. Williams and Ms. Hall, you both have appeared today. Therefore, your appearance is not required on October 3rd. However, as the complaining witnesses in this matter, you may show up for every court hearing. You're not required to, but you may do so should you choose to. If you do not appear, then you should contact the prosecutor's office or the victim's advocate's office to find out when the next court date is and whether your appearance is required. We are all set. Everyone have a great day and stay safe.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. I'm ready on McCutchen. Actually, I'm going to do Brown first and then McCutchen. This is case number 154444301, the people of the state of Michigan versus Darren Dion hyphen on the docket it says CRAW Brown. The defendant is charged with 1 count of assault or assault and battery. Today is the date set for pretrial conference appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Yes, and good morning, Your Honor. Brandon Byrd on behalf of Darren Brown. Mr. Brown, please state your full name for the record.
Darren Dion Crawford Brown.
Thank you, sir. Today is the date set for pretrial conference. How are we proceeding?
Respectfully, Your Honor, we are going to ask for dismissal if the complaining witness isn't here.
Ms. Ritter?
Judge, it's at least the second scheduling of the pretrial conference. The court did require the complaining witness, Ms. Regina Moore, to be present. I have not seen Ms. Moore logged into Zoom this morning, Judge, and I have no explanation as to why Ms. Moore is not present. So at this time, Your Honor, the people would not be able to proceed based on the complaining witness's failure to appear.
All right, today is the day set for pretrial conference. I need Ms. Page to be still. The complaining witness was required to appear. They have failed to appear. I need Ms. Page to be still. I need Ms. Page to sit up properly in the camera and to be still, please. All right, The complaining witness was required to appear. They have failed to appear. The people have no explanation for that failure. They are unable to proceed. The court is going to grant defense counsel's motion and dismiss the matter without prejudice for failure of the complainant to appear as it relates to Darren Brown. Mr. Brown, you are all set. We will mail you a copy of the order of dismissal for your record, sir. Have a great day and stay safe.
Thank you, Your
You're welcome. All right, I'm ready on McCutchen. This is case number 234476101. The people of the state of Michigan versus Bianca, middle name may be Sharice or Charity McCutchen. The defendant is charged with one count of assault and battery. Today is the date set for a pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people. I also have the complainant witness present this morning via Zoom. Ms. Page, unmute yourself and just state your name for the court, please.
Asher Page.
Yes, Your Honor. Brandon Bird on behalf of Bianca McCutchen. Ms. McCutchen, please state your full name for the record.
Bianca McCutchen.
Your full name.
Bianca Cherie McCutchen.
Thank you. Today is the date set for pretrial conference. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, respectfully, we're going to ask for discovery and to set this matter for a final pretrial.
Court is going to continue a not guilty plea. On behalf of Ms. McCutchen, I will set a final pretrial conference for October the 3rd, 2023 at 9:00 a.m. Discovery should be submitted to the defense by September the 5th. Bond will continue with no contact with the complaining witness. Ms. Page, you have appeared today, therefore your appearance is not required on October the 3rd. However, you may appear should you choose to. You may appear at every scheduled court appearance. However, if you do not appear on October the 3rd, please contact the prosecutor's office or the victim's advocate's office and find out when the next court date is and whether your appearance is required. Anything further?
Nothing further. Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, then we are all set, ladies. Have a great day and stay safe. I'm ready on Moore and then Davenport. I'm going to let Stewart in.
Moore is a plea, Judge.
Okay. This is case number 164570701. The people of the state of Michigan versus Andrea Gabrielle Moore. The defendant is charged with one count of operating while intoxicated. Today is the date set for final pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Ms. Andrea Moore. Ms. Moore, ma'am, will you please tell the judge your full name?
Andrea Gabrielle Moore.
Thank you. Today is the date set. Oops. For a final pretrial conference. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, Ms. Moore and I have had the opportunity to discuss this matter. She's also had the opportunity to review with me an advice of rights form, and it is my understanding that at this time, Ms. Moore wishes to avail herself of an offer from the people, waive her rights incident to trial, and offer the court a plea of guilty to the amended charge of operating while visibly impaired.
Ms. Stewart, please accept to join the breakout room and wait for a lawyer to come in to speak with you. Ms. Ritter, is that the people's offer?
That's correct, Your Honor. That is the people's offer.
Ms. Moore, would you like to accept the people's offer as your lawyer has indicated?
Yes.
Ma'am, I'm going to share my screen. On my screen will be an advice of rights form. My question to you is, have you had an opportunity to review for yourself or to go over with your lawyer your constitutional rights?
Yes, I have.
And when you did that, did you understand your constitutional rights?
Yes.
Do you understand that this is a misdemeanor and therefore you have a right to a trial? However, if I accept a plea from you today, you will be giving up your right to a trial.
Yes.
Has anyone threatened you in any way or promised you anything that was not placed on the record today to get you to enter into this plea?
No.
Are you currently on probation or parole?
No.
Finally, drawing your attention to number 11, do you understand that by entering into this voluntary plea, you may be giving up your right to an automatic appeal? And if you were to change your mind about this plea, you would have to either request permission of the circuit court to appeal or request permission of this court to set aside your guilty plea.
Yes, I understand.
With that understanding, do you still want to give up your right to a trial and enter a plea today?
Yes.
Please raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right. Ms. Stevenson, before you begin, Mr. Flanagan,
Yes, Your Honor.
can you please see if you have a phone number for the attorney on Wilson under 830 and find out where the attorney and or their client is?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Ms. Stevenson, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Moore, on December 14th, 2015, were you operating a motor vehicle in the area of the I-75 freeway at Warren Street in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
And prior to operating a motor vehicle on that date in that location, had you consumed alcohol?
Yes.
And did the consumption of that alcohol interfere with your ability to safely drive that vehicle?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor. Defense would, for purposes of the plea, stipulate that the blood alcohol content was, I'm sorry, Judge, my paper clip fell off, was 0.126, and with that, defense is satisfied.
Are the people satisfied?
The people are satisfied, Judge, and so stipulated for purposes of the plea.
The court will receive the stipulation, and with that stipulation, the court is also satisfied. I will accept a guilty plea to one count of operating while visibly impaired. Having accepted that guilty plea, the court is going to set the matter for sentencing, and I will set the sentencing for Wednesday, September 20th. At 9:00 a.m. With respect to the sentencing, ma'am, you have a right to be sentenced in person, but you may also consent to being sentenced on Zoom. Which do you prefer?
Zoom.
Court will set the matter on Zoom at 9:00 a.m. Prior to your sentencing, you must submit to a pre-sentence investigation and substance abuse evaluation through the probation department. They are going to contact you by telephone. If they cannot reach you, they will leave you a message and mail you a letter directing you to contact them. Please make sure that you respond to their letter or their phone call so that I can have a proper pre-sentence investigation on the date of your sentencing. Bond will continue with no drinking and no driving without a valid license. Anything further?
No, thank you, Judge.
Nothing on behalf of Ms. Moore. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, then we're all set. Have a great day and stay safe.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And what about his client? I'm ready on Davenport.
Ready, Your Honor.
I'll put Davenport on because she wasn't feeling well. It's your chat, Mr. Byrd.
This is case number 21-449-0701, the people of the state of Michigan versus Kiana Davenport. The defendant is charged with 1 count of assault aggravated, and today is the date set for a final pretrial conference. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
Janice Stevenson appearing on behalf of Ms. Kiana Davenport. Ms. Davenport, ma'am, would you please unmute and tell the judge your full name?
Kiana Davenport.
Today is the date set for final pretrial conference. How are we proceeding?
On behalf of Ms. Davenport, Your Honor, we will continue the plea of not guilty. We are asking that this matter be set for waiver trial.
Court is going to continue a not guilty plea on behalf of Ms. Davenport. And with respect to the trial, Ms. Davenport, by her words, your lawyer has indicated that you want to give up your right to a jury trial and have the matter heard by me. Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
And ma'am, you understand that if I accept the waiver today, that I will be the only decision maker and you will not have a jury hear your case.
Yes, I understand.
Has anyone threatened you in any way or promised you anything that was not placed on this record to get you to enter into a plea today? I'm sorry, not a plea, I apologize. To get you to give up your right to a jury trial today?
No, Judge.
Any objection from the people? Ms. Ritter?
No objections, Your Honor.
Okay. Having no objections from the people, finding that the waiver has been made freely, knowingly, and voluntarily, the court accepts the waiver. And Ms. Stevenson, I don't know. MFD has a few dates with with only 1 bench trial scheduled.
Okay.
So I don't know how much information you have, but let's start in October and see what you think.
Okay.
We have October 5th, Covington. That's a go. What is she charged with? Do you know?
Assault and battery.
Oh, all right. Let's go to, oh, this ain't going properly. Mr. Flanagan, can you look up the bench trial on October 12th and tell me what Mr. Ali is charged with?
Assault and battery.
Oh, Ms. Ritter, you don't know?
I'll do, Judge. That's Mr. Norris, Ali Norris.
Yes. Oh, Norris Ali. I thought his name was Norris Ali. Maybe not. Ali Norris. Okay. That's not going?
That is Mr.
Janadia.
Yeah, Mr. Janadia sent over his witness list, so I believe that'll be it.
Okay, what about, let's go to October 16th. We have Bolding with a 12 noon check-in and Phillips on October 19th with a 12 noon check-in. Both of those are MFD.
Right now, I'm not sure about either of those.
What about Miss Ritter? What about October the 26th, Mr. Upshaw's case, Cross? Do you know anything about it?
Not as of yet, Judge.
What about Ms. Stevenson, what about November 16th poll?
That we could schedule something that day.
Court is gonna set Ms. Davenport's case for November the 16th for a bench trial. At 12 noon for check-in and 1:30 for trial. You will check in on Zoom at 12 noon, Ms. Davenport, and if the people are ready to proceed, then you will come in person, okay?
Okay, I would prefer to come in person.
You're gonna come in person.
Yes.
You come in person at 12 noon. If you come in person at 12 noon, you're gonna sit there till 1:30 or whatever. I'm just telling you, you're gonna check in at 12 noon on Zoom. And if the people are ready to proceed, then we will come in person at 1:30. Anything further with respect to Ms. Davenport?
No, thank you, Judge.
I don't have anything for the record for Ms. Davenport, Your Honor. Could she go back to breakout, please?
All right. Ms. Davenport, please rejoin the breakout. Ms. Stevenson, do you have a, I don't know, I know you don't have a list. Can you look for me? Well, go ahead and talk to them, but remind me to ask you about your motions to remove tether. Remind me to ask you that at the end of the docket.
Okay.
All right, I'm ready on Stewart. This is case number 204540301, the people of the state of Michigan versus Shakita Nicole Stewart. Defendant is charged with operating while intoxicated. Today is the date set for review. Appearance, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Brandon Bird on behalf of Shakita Stewart. Ms. Stewart, please state your full name for the record.
Shakita Nicole Stewart.
Thank you. Today is the date set for review. According to probation, Ms. Stewart was placed on a 12-month probationary period in May. This is her first review. She has viewed the consequences video. She has been testing and has tested negative. She currently has no outstanding tickets. She still has to complete the Alcohol Highway Safety Victims Impact Panel, and she has a balance of 1126. Mr. Bird.
Yes, Your Honor. My client's been trying hard. She's in school right now. It's been difficult for her to pay for the classes and the fines, but she is starting a job on August 7th. She said she sent the letter over. I know the email states August 9th, but it's actually August 7th when she's going to be starting the job. So she's going to be able to finally pay for her classes. I believe she told me she contacted Dr. Alexander, I believe is his name. Is that correct, Ms. Stewart?
Yes.
Dr. Alexander, about taking the classes and potentially trying to break them up.
Dr. Alexander, what classes?
For the Alcohol Highway Safety Program and Victims Impact Panel?
Yes.
Who is Dr. Alexander? Is that somebody that probation referred her to?
Yes, it's CARE, Judge, CARE, and that's one of their agencies.
Okay, and that's for Alcohol Highway Safety and Victims Impact Panel?
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay.
That totals to about $187. She tried, she contacted to see if she's gonna break it up, but it's still $90+ and she's having difficulty paying, but she does have a job on the way. She's looking forward to completing her probation. And there is one thing that we're respectfully gonna ask this court. My client has been tested negative on her test for twice a month. And the $15 each time is actually affecting her at this point. But we're going to ask if we could cut the frequency down to once a month, Your Honor.
She pled to operating while intoxicated?
Yes, Your Honor.
And no, she has to keep testing twice a month. What was her original charge? Mr. Flanagan, what did she plead down from?
Operating while intoxicated.
No, that don't make sense. She must have had a second offense notice or something. She pled as charged. She didn't.
Ms. Stevenson.
She didn't plead as charged. No, hold on, Mr. Bird.
I'm pulling it right now.
Mr. Flanagan, what was the original charge? Did it have a second offense notice?
It doesn't indicate that on the ROA. Operated impaired, count one.
Do you have the actual file?
Yes.
So can you find the complaint and what does the complaint say?
Operating while intoxicated.
With no second offense notice?
It's not listed on the information.
Ms. Ritter?
Yeah, so I'm looking at Ms. Stewart's file. It looks like the original charge was operating while intoxicated. She pled down to operating while visibly impaired. So I think it's incorrect on the docket sheet.
I need that to be changed, please.
Okay.
So she pled to operating while visibly impaired.
Correct, Your Honor.
Court will reduce the testing to once a month. I will continue her to November 2nd and see where she is.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. That's November 2nd. It's going to be at 1:30. Anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day. Stay safe.
You too. Thank you so much.
All right. Can you look at Maxine Robinson and see if they were supposed to? Wait, maybe I had something on this. Well, I think they didn't have to show up. Miss Stevenson, do you have Robinson's phone number?
I do, Judge.
Can you call her while I address these two lawyers?
Okay.
She didn't have to show up. She paid. She has zero balance.
Okay, she did just text me. Okay, thanks, Judge.
What's she texting for? It's only 10:53. She was scheduled at 10:40. I mean, what's she texting for? What's she texting for? All right. Good morning, Mr. Mounds.
Good morning, Your Honor. Yeah, I apologize. I'm here on behalf of Christopher Wilson. I was appointed to represent him on a felony, and I guess the misdemeanor continued.
Oh, okay, but you, all right.
And that
So
case.
you're not retained for Mr. Wilson.
No, I'm not retained, but you know, I'll do whatever I can to help him out.
Oh, no, it don't work like that. If you were appointed on the felony and it got reduced to a misdemeanor, you're all set.
Well, the felony, it was 2 counts. Count 1, count 2. Count 1, the felony was dismissed at the exam. Count 2 was there. And I did speak with Mr. Wilson this morning. He said he didn't get notice. He didn't know about this hearing. So if there is
they told y'all about this hearing at the last hearing. He just didn't pay attention. But Mr. Flanagan removed Mr. Mound's name, and he will adjourn and give Mr. Wilson one more opportunity to appear in court. So I'm going to give him a new date. If he doesn't appear at this next date, I'm going to put a warrant out for his arrest.
Okay. If you have that date, because I am in communication with him, I can give him the date over the phone. I know it's unofficial, but if I could give him the date, that might help.
Mr. Mounds also given my phone number, Judge.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm ready.
And I need everybody to tell them to pay attention though, because they gave this date. They gave the date. But go ahead. Ms. Stevenson, you could put Mr. Mound, your phone number in the chat for Mr. Mounds, please. I'm gonna reschedule. Mr. Flanagan, what date did I give out yesterday? Do you know for the reschedules?
Yes, yesterday was September 13th at 1:35.
Oh, that was, oh, okay, well, that was before I scheduled that trial. I hope I didn't put a lot on that day. In the afternoon, I'm gonna be in the jury trial now. Let's go to Tuesday, September the 19th, please. 8:35.
8:35, I'm sorry.
Yes. And
Right.
put Ms. Stevenson's name instead of Mr. Mounds.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you, counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Mays,
Good morning, Your Honor.
good morning. Thank you for signing in today.
No problem.
So, Mr. Mays, I had to bump you for another trial.
That's
Mr.
fine.
Mays is the lawyer on Hager, Miss Ritter. And I don't know if I had I don't think I set a final pretrial, another final pretrial.
No,
And I said, what did you say?
You
No, I was just
did.
saying,
You said it was set for the Friday before trial. And I thought, you know what? This case is over 2 years old now. And maybe the prosecutor and I could talk about it briefly and, you know, just get this off your docket because it is so old. Yeah, so that's what brings us.
What is his client charged with?
OWI.
Oh, well, I'm sure that the offer was OWVI unless you requested a diversion. Was it OWVI?
Yeah, I'm looking for dismissal.
Oh, you might not get that, but I'll send you to the breakout room with Ms. Ritter. If you come back and need to pick another date, we will do that.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.